So hi, one of the Good Noise podcasts are the odd ones out. We're gonna ask them some questions today. I'm gonna start. So what inspired you guys to start the band, and what does the band name mean?
All right, well, we're going to go right to Peyton with that one. This is all him.
All right, so we formed the band in February of last year. I kind of was just stuck on the name. I made it up myself before I really was making music with Scott. And the band name just kind of means, like, it's okay to feel like the outcast, like that one person that's just feels odd all the time. And, like, that brand just means, like, it's okay to just be weird. We want kids to experience, like, that feeling of, like, you know, now I can kind of feel like I fit in somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's very wholesome. I like that.
Yeah, we all kind of, Scott and I both kind of felt that way, and we were like, yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good name. Let's roll with it. So that's what it meant to us, at least. People can take it however they want, but.
Solid. And did you touch on the creation of the band?
All right, well, it was kind of funny how it all really happened anyway. I have like a recording studio in my house. I've had it for a long time. I was making music by myself. And then me and Peyton, we played hockey together. We were going out for a tournament in Vermont. It's a long drive. So we were in the car for like 7 hours. And out of the drive, at one point, a conversation sort of started where Peyton was like, yeah, I've been like, you know, writing some music and stuff. Like, if you could help me record it, that'd be cool. And I was like, well, yeah, I have a studio. You can come over. I was like, do you need a drummer? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, all right, well, I drum. And then we got together like a couple days after we got back from the tournament, and we really had no intention of, like, you know, being a band. We were kind of just like fooling around, and things started to happen. Things started to sound good, and we were like, all right, let's run with it. So, you know, kind of all happened like out of the blue. But I feel like with things like this, it's kind of like the best way that it can happen, because nothing felt forced. Like, we started just for fun. And I feel like when you're trying to like create like art and you're trying to be like over the top creative, that's when things go bad. So like, we were just messing around having fun, and, you know, now we've got what we got going on now. So I'm trying to keep that same energy going.
Oh yeah.
That's cool. Solid. You owe it all to hockey now, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Solid. So congrats on your newest release, How It Had to Be. How do you feel the response to it so far?
Really very surprised. Like, grateful is the first word that comes to mind for both of us. We've talked about this, and like, we had no idea that anyone was going to listen to this. You know what I mean? Like, we did very little promotion. We kind of like, we're doing it. We were doing it for ourselves. You know, we just kind of wanted to put some stuff out and see what happened, I guess. But like, the response has been ridiculous. Like, so amazing. Really grateful for everybody that, you know, shares it and even just listens to it. And, you know, just having friends like, you know, come up to us and tell us that they love it. Like, that means the world to us. So, you know, where we're at with the whole thing is just like, it's so far beyond what we expected that we weren't prepared for the response that we got at all. So now things are, you know, we're trying to like kind of sit back and look at where we're at with this whole thing, and now kind of figure out where we're going with it. Because, you know, I was like at the point where I was like, if we got 1,000 streams like ever, I'd be stoked.
When I first started writing, I would just sit in my room and think about it. I'd be like, even if I had 5 people just listen to my song and like enjoy it, like, that's like, my dream is like done at that point. So we have a lot more than what we actually thought we could do. So I mean, we just want to keep rolling with it for now.
Yeah.
And just keep having fun. It's really what matters to us.
Hell yeah. So can you tell me a little about your writing process for this track?
Ooh.
Yeah, we do things so weird, man. We tried to go to like a real studio once, and the guy was literally like, bro, the way you guys write songs doesn't make any sense. So Peyton usually just comes up with a guitar track at home, strumming around, and he'll bring it over when we do our recording days and when we're just jamming at my house. And so with this one, he came over with a guitar track, started playing it. I was like, keep doing that. I hopped behind the drum set, laid down a beat. We just kind of laid down like a super rough demo. And then once we have like the instrumentals down, then I'll pen out some lyrics. Me and Peyton usually pen out the lyrics together. And it kind of just happened. But this song, we have a ton of songs like just kind of ready to go. This one was one of the first ones that we ever wrote. I think it was like in the first 5 that we ever did.
Oh, wow.
So it like those days we started really like grinding on making music like right when the whole shutdown quarantine thing happened. So within that like first 2 weeks of quarantine, we knocked out like 10 songs, and this was one of that batch.
That's a
And
lot.
I mean, yeah, no, we had nothing else to do with ourselves. Both of us weren't working. And
Yeah, we were just bored all the time.
Yeah.
So I mean, he was just like, "Yo, come over." I was like, "Okay," and then we would just sit there and just do what we had to do, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one came together fast. It was one of those songs where I think maybe we had the whole thing laid out within an hour, and
Wow. It's fast.
then polishing it up and getting like the final product ready obviously was a lot longer, but like the initial creative process of it was literally probably like an hour.
Yeah. Oh, all right. That's fast. Can you tell me where your headspace was while creating this track? You said it was like first week of quarantine, so that must have been stressful.
Yeah, I mean, most of the stuff that we've written so far really ranges back from like years past. I mean, like
Years.
the general aura of all our songs are kind of sad, but like music's an outlet for me, and same with Peyton too. It's like it's just a good way to get like things off my chest. I mean, How It Had to Be was basically a breakup song. Essentially, it's kind of like an acceptance of a breakup. That's sort of like where the whole title comes from. It's like, a relationship ended because it had to, like things weren't working out and it was a problem for both sides. So How It Had to Be is like a song that sort of puts like a capstone on a breakup. It's kind of like a passive way of saying like, I'm okay with this.
Okay. Very cool. So this question should be like super, super quick off the top of your head. I want you to describe the single in 3 words for new listeners. Both of you have to do it.
Oh, why you gotta put the lead first?
All right, I'll go. Emotional, passionate, and accepting.
Oh, I like accepting.
Sad, super sad, and accepting's a good one, but heartbreaking. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, is super sad hyphened?
Yeah, obviously it's hype.
Oh, obviously.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't
All
even
right.
know why I asked. Okay,
That was a
sorry.
stupid question,
Obviously
Glory.
it's hype.
Sorry, God. Sorry, I'm out of it today. While listening to the song, what band or artist influence do you think pop out?
Wow.
That's a solid question.
That's a great question.
We thought of it
Thank you.
ourselves.
Yeah.
Honestly, no one. Like,
No
I don't
one.
know.
Really?
For me, we kind of just do it, and it's just
Yeah.
like, I can't really pinpoint like an artist. Like, I listen to like bands and I'll try to like replicate something, but at some point it just doesn't work. Like, it's just not. Yeah, I don't know. Who is it for you?
I mean, most of my music background really has never been anywhere near this genre. Like, I've never made like alternative or anything even like close to rock before. My background all stems from like rap and R&B. I've been doing that for a long time. So like when I write lyrics and when I sing, I definitely like relate a lot to sort of like those genre bending rappers like Lil Peep and like like Ian Dior, like people like that. Like I kind of go on those lines when I'm writing.
Okay.
But like when I with my inspiration for like drums, when I'm playing the drum tracks, I try to relate to more of these alternative bands. Like I listen to a lot of like Knuckle Puck, Neck Deep, Real Friends, guys like
Taste.
that. 'Cause, yeah, they do some serious stuff with their actual like instrumentals themselves. So I try to pull some inspiration from them.
Solid. Good list.
So is there a certain feeling you want listeners to have while listening to this track?
Yeah.
Something that they can like pull away and really like connect with. Like my buddy, when we first dropped our first song, like 2 hours later, he's like, "Hey, like that literally described the past like 6 months of my life." And I was like, "Oh, like that's like I feel like what we both want from our audience. We just want them to be able to connect with that at a different level."
Yeah, I'd say like I don't think there's like a direct feeling that I want people to feel. I'd say I just want them to feel something. Like, you know what I mean? I want you to at least be able to emotionally connect in some way. Like I'm trying to pull people into like feeling sad or feeling happy. Like, it doesn't really matter to me. I just want you to feel something. Like, and if you feel something, then I did my job.
Yeah. That's nice. I like that. So you guys also released another single earlier this year, I'll Be Fine. Are these two tracks leading up to anything bigger, like an EP or an album? Or are they just kind of standalone? You guys just having fun?
Initially, when we got together, we had a plan to drop like a small EP first, which was like half of those first 10 songs that I was telling you about with in the beginning of quarantine. But we kind of decided, like, after the response from I'll Be Fine and the way that worked out as a single, that we're going to kind of just keep dropping singles. And then once we get the songs out that were meant to be that 5-song EP, we'll wrap them up together and then, you know, kind of release the full EP that we were going to do and release them as a whole thing. And maybe we had an intention of throwing a couple like bonus tracks on there with it. So like when we do drop the EP with the songs that were already released, we'll give something new as well. But yeah, as of right now, there's really no like solid plans as to releasing like a bigger project, just because the formula that we have going with dropping singles has been, you know, pretty good for us right now. So we're going to kind of keep that going until we see it tail off a little bit, and then, you know, maybe rework the plan from there.
Okay.
Solid.
That's one way to work the Spotify algorithm too.
Definitely, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So where do you guys see the band in the next 5 years?
I mean, we're just going to keep doing what we do. We both have like agreed in terms of like the bigger picture where like, if this isn't fun anymore, we're done. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's all great that, you know, people enjoy it. And it really means a lot to me that like, you know, people have been responding to it. But like, at the end of the day, we started this for us and it's going to be for us. And like, if we're not having fun with this thing anymore, it's over with. But I don't see that happening anytime soon, because the love for the music is just like, it's intense. And like the moments that we're working on stuff for the band are like, you know, the highlights of our weeks, months, you know, that's where we like really get to be ourselves. Cause like kind of like what we said earlier about the whole Odd Ones Out thing. It's like when I'm working or when I'm, you know, in my regular daily life, like, feels the same, man. I don't feel like a part of the majority of the time. I feel a part of when me and Peyton are penning out tracks and, you know, preparing, you know, things for the band. So within the 5-year plan, it's really not up to me. You know, it's outside of my control. We're going to keep doing what we do. And if things come our way, I guarantee you that we'll grab opportunities when they're there. But, you know, those opportunities, I don't get to create those, you know. The way the music business has worked for me in my life, it's when opportunities come, you got to grab them, but I don't get to like create them myself. So, you know, I'm just going to roll with the punches.
Yeah.
All right.
Now for me though, for my 5-year plan. All right.
Whoa.
If what I would want, like, I think Scott and I both have talked about it. Like, it would be our dream just to be playing shows for people that actually would want to hear our music. So like, in 5 years, if we could do that, that would be a dream. But like Scott said, that's not in our control, especially with COVID and everything now. Like, everything's a mess. So, I mean, in 5 years, if we could do this as a job, this would be insane. It'd be a dream come true for us.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. So for the last couple of questions, we're actually going to shift away from music, if that's okay with you guys.
Oh, that's okay.
All right, so we're going to go straight to death row.
Boom.
So, if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
Infinity boom.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yep.
All right.
Honestly, Scott has really good questions like these, and this is probably like the most difficult one I've ever had.
Oh my god.
I'm going steak and lobster, no doubt. And finish me off with a vanilla peanut butter milkshake.
Ooh.
From where?
All right.
Homemade, bro.
Homemade? Okay.
Homemade. All right.
It's the way to go.
For me, my mom makes this really good potato bake. Has all this random stuff in it, and it is amazing. So I'd have to have that the way she cooks it. And, you know, a nice chocolate shake would work for me. I'm a big chocolate shake guy.
Bit biter, dude.
Not my fault I like shakes. Jeez.
All right, but is the chocolate shake homemade too? Since we're going the wholesome
No,
route?
no, that's
No?
like from Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
Oh, Chick-fil-A. Okay,
Alright.
yeah,
Or
that's
Steak
fair.
and Shake. Steak and Shake makes good ones.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, it's in
Alright,
the
what
name.
about
I
you
would hope
guys?
so.
What about you guys?
We got
Oh.
these on lock.
Yeah, here you go.
Spaghetti and a Sprite cranberry, and those are back in season.
Yeah,
great.
and you have like 10, 12 bottles of those.
I bought 4 more today, so I got like what, 20 now?
Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah. And then I'm a Thai basil tofu with bubble tea. Bubble tea.
Oh,
Yeah.
bubble tea is fire.
Never had
Mhm.
bubble tea.
I can't believe you've never had bubble tea. You're missing out.
You guys should go get it. You're in a
Yeah.
car, so
Exactly.
Um,
No, we
Guys.
should.
if you
Guys
could
gotta-
live, if you could live in one fictional world for a week, where would you live?
Oh.
What?
Where do they live in Adventure Time? Because that looks pretty dope. I would
Adventure
go there.
Time. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Rick and Morty.
Oh, taste as you should. Mm-hmm.
That's a great one. You can't lose in that one.
It's like just Earth.
Well, you
though.
can
Go
lose.
other places.
No, but Rick and Morty. If I was like in the show, like if I was involved,
Yeah,
you know. If not, then like SpongeBob,
yeah. SpongeBob would be cool.
right?
Yeah,
You wouldn't be-
Bikini Bottom's
you
a
wouldn't
great
be- you
bottom.
wouldn't be able
why
to
not?
breathe.
Dude, I'd be a fish.
You don't have gills.
You'd get. I don't know.
He can
I'd
have
be a
gills if he
cartoon.
wants
I'd be a
gills.
Yeah, why not?
I'd be a cartoon.
Exactly. Why not?
All right.
So-
Now we'll turn it to you on this one. Where are you
Oh.
guys going?
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Peaky
Oh.
Blinders. I've changed.
Wow.
Can you
Yeah.
tell we get asked these questions a lot because people think it's funny
Absolutely.
to turn the
That's why I'm
questions on
shooting
us?
back. I need to
Yeah.
know. I need to know too.
All right, so I have the honor of asking the last question. Every single person we've spoken to has actually said it's the most important question. What is your favorite color?
Boom.
Did you just boom?
What's
on this
mine?
question?
What's my favorite color, Peyton?
What's mine?
You're a blue guy.
I am a blue guy.
Yeah.
Blue's very
Well, you
good.
dress in black a lot, but I know it's not black.
Bro, if you don't get this,
Is it red?
bro, it's purple.
Dude, it is purple.
You're ridiculous.
You were close.
Guys, this
Red and
just,
purple are close.
this just in the band's breaking up.
Oh!
You know how I know? You know how I know?
Oh,
it's
for a
purple?
favorite color.
It's because he made our hockey jerseys purple. That's why I know it's purple.
Hmm.
You thought it was red though.
Yeah, you said red.
I didn't say red, actually.
Oh.
No, you said red.
Hmm.
It's not like this is recorded or anything. We can't go back.
Exactly.
It's not like I
Yeah,
have a strict
you're
no
right.
editing policy, so we can't even like cut out the part where
Yeah.
you said it was red.
Exactly.
So, so as Gloria said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything that you would like to plug?
Yeah, I mean, first, I just want to thank you guys for, doing your thing with us. It's always, really appreciated. Otherwise, head to Spotify, look up Odd Ones Out,
New song coming soon.
listen to our
Period.
tracks, follow us on Instagram, and we love everyone that does it. And even if you don't, we still love you.
Hell yeah.
Wholesome.
Well, thank you for sitting down with us, guys. This has been Odd Ones Out, and we're the Good Noise Podcast.